I agree with that entirely. And that's another hero you can't really...
Concussive, okay. He's going to take a blood grenade, collapses in the area to try to assist, but that's going to be first blood for Why You Smile.
Oh, Planet.
Skywrath being chased down. Looks like Planet will take a tumble.
Also, maybe later when they both get a bit more levels, they can try to sync that up. It's down bottom once again,
yeah, Planet getting ganked here. Miposhka coming from the north, and that's going to lead to a kill as Yutaro gets credit for that.
Skirmishes, but both teams are also focusing on the stacking quite a bit. Let's hold that, Miposhka.
He's going to get gone on by Nothing to Say. This should be a kill as Io now linking up. Nothing to Say is nice and healthy. Marana. I feel like a lot of times we see this hero with the early laning combos. We're going to hold that thought. Yutaro comes in with the Chronosphere, trying to counteract this with the Focus Fire onto the Storm. And the silence just lasting long enough to prevent the zip away. So a big kill for Team Spirit. As Laurel and company going to try to go for Why You Smile. And it looks like he will eventually be taken out. No Lotus for you. Looks like Nothing to Say wants to try to take out Laurel, but they'll have to
There's the Axe Blink.
Settle here as the first. Nope, New not able to get the full shot, or did he? Yep, there's the call with the Mystic Flare. Ancient Seal combo, but they won't have enough damage to actually finish the job.
Oh, the counterplay.
Yutaro coming in with the Chronosphere. The arrow actually connects on Axe as well. Power shot combos there as well, but you got the relocate. And New will live as a result. Why You Smile will be transported back into the area. Collapse. So much damage to New. Will they actually go back with the relocate? Indeed they will, but Larla is waiting for them. And the Focus Fire is going to be enough to net themselves a very valuable kill on the top net worth in the game.
Good Shackle.
Good Shackle. Both heroes. Oh man, Nothing to Say does have enough mana to get away though. That could have been an absolute disaster. Oh, we have action in the tier 1 towers. Another chop coming out from New. Number 2 for him. Attempting to get out of dodge, but Yutaro is there. And now they're going to try to chase down Why You Smile, and that's going to be an easy collateral. So 2 for 1. Again, in favor of Team Spirit.
And that's without Global. Like, the way that I envision Spirit
is invisible.
Indeed.
Let's see if it pays off. Chrono in 3 seconds. They're going to pop the dust. Why You Smile. We'll see what's happening here. He will be the sacrifice, but I think he'll be happy. It could have been so much.
They know he's around. They did spot him earlier on a ward.
New, shackled, gets the blade mail off, but he's going to get controlled. Focus Fire's coming out as well.
Relocate,
got that Blade Fury has been... Oh, okay. The blade mail has gone away. The Focus Fire will absolutely destroy him.
I feel very bad, as Nothing to Say.
Yeah, he really wants this kill on Miposhka. He's used a lot of mana, but now linked up with that Soul Ring onto the Io. But the Chrono is set up all for Yutaro. Take out the Io to start. Nothing to Say, not going to get bashed, so maybe we'll find some distance. Of course, he does have a regen rune.
That sticks.
Spidey senses are tingling, and New with the blind initiation, but they still will find Yutaro. Big kill for LGD. And Spirit,
they're looking
at TP. They still want to fight, it seems. Moonlight Shadow, Atos into the Shackle. Focus Fire to follow with the arrow. No way to use that blade mail.
They're still
linked up by Why You Smile. They're doing all this damage now to the Wind Ranger. Laurel gets decimated. Double kill for Nothing to Say. And finally, the Global Silence comes out. The Chakram doing massive damage from Collapse. Finally, will get the kill onto the pesky Axe. But Miposhka takes a tumble now, so despite losing Yutaro, they still fight and now get destroyed, but Nothing to Say. Able to find the distance now. That triple kill, a 4 for 1, so Spirit, for some reason, fighting there. Instantly run into it. But I think it might be too late. Roche, they're going to get the power shot vision just temporarily, but Shiro able to secure it. LGD wanting to group up to take some outer towers. Nothing to Say. He's going to get the initiation off. The Gleipnir onto 2 on the other side. The Laurel, the Chronosphere onto several heroes. Focusing down the Io to start. Mystic Flare coming out. Not quite enough to get the kill. Boom. Now Yutaro will try to sidestep this. Nothing to Say. Resetting completely. So only 1 kill so far. And it was Why You Smile.
You stepped in too far, brother.
Yeah. And he will be spotted and killed.
Got the ward out though. Did they spot it? Nope, they didn't. Okay.
Okay, I was going to say, if he could time that, that'd be pretty impressive. But the Gleipnir, you don't really need the time. Forcing out the BKB of Nothing to Say. Why You Smile dies again. He's died a lot this game. Going to try to get a trade here onto Mira, but a nice Lotus being reflected here. BK comes out to save the axe, so kind of a botched initiation from LGD. As Yotaro using that Moonlight Shadow, but they have tons of sentries down. The big zip from Nothing to Say. Not able to find an opening yet. Gonna get stunned outright. Looks like they're gonna focus all their efforts on chopping down Miposhka. They'll do so, but he buys back and still has that global silence available. Will finally use it now as the BKBs are popping. There's the Chronosphere onto 2. Yotaro doesn't have enough damage to take out the Morphling. There's no real against him. Shiro, he gets it off. More HP for him, and he is gonna live throughout this entire engagement as Spirit now. Have to be careful as Yotaro running out of mana himself. The Lotus Orb is applied, but he's gonna get destroyed. A 2-for-1 right now, not including the die or the death onto Miposhka, who is still alive in the south part of this map.
Well, he's doing the same thing down mid, so he's starting to connect to his team. Just changed his mind to queue up a Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, Shiro's already at half HP. The counter initiation from New. The arrow actually hits the Morphling, but Io connects.
Good shackle.
Nice shackle onto 2. They have the first damage. Shiro does not get attribute shift off, and that means LGD on the run.
It's gonna melt.
Not the fastest Roche, but
they're giving it too low.
Get it in the end.
No. He just got his level 25 too. Like Collapse is kind of pogging off in this game.
He's got the second chakram.
Yep, that second chakram.
Oh, Shiro turns into Yotaro. Not gonna go any further though, but the Viper actually connecting. Mira does fall to the storm. That's a lot of damage and a lot of control for Nothing to Say. Does have buyback available, but the call with the Blade Mail to follow. Mystic Flare as well. It's not enough damage to outright get a kill as the buybacks are now coming out. Shiro continuing on in. He's very healthy. You can see the silence on Yotaro. Has absolutely no mana at all, but of course does have the Aegis still intact. The waveform is there. Glimmer Cape is going to keep them at bay for the time being.
Oh, Collapse in the back.
Oh my god, that's a lot of damage onto the Skywrath, but New gets the Berserker's Call to focus himself down essentially. And then as a result, they're both going to die. So LGD now a 3v5 situation. And Shiro, Shackle. Looks like they have enough control. Potentially the attribute shift does go off though. So he's able to stay alive a little bit longer. He's going to get sheeped and brought down. Collapse with the chakrams. So many to work with. And this, I mean, this could be game. There's 4 heroes dead for LGD with no buyback at all.
I mean, Team Spirit are just outplaying them in these fights. A little
they're going to go for the win. And I think they're going to get it.
Yeah, they're just
only the Storm Spirit to try to push these waves. As Collapse looks like he's picking up an item. Yep, the flamethrower to help them push even further, so the tier 4 towers will fall.
Okay, Glyph.
As the last fortification, in all likelihood, is Nothing to Say.
He has to kill that wave quickly.
He really does.
Collapse is here.
He gets the sheep off. Nothing to Say. He's getting forested down. It really needs to get these creep, but 2 still survive. And now the Ancient exposed.
Ultimate backdoor!
Backdoor protection actually does kick in, but do they have enough damage to go through it?
Got it?
It looks like they do. And Team Spirit win game 2 suddenly. That was really quick.
Like, a lot of these games, it just takes like literally one fight where one team then just blows up. I'm really impressed with Team Spirit's play overall. The mid game, their movement, Collapse on this Timber, Yotaro on his Void, just doing a lot of really good stuff. I think some of the later team fights, I'm a little surprised at how LGD executed them. I think not to their usual standard, but damn, Team Spirit. This team is looking good. I did put them in my top 3. I don't know why I did it, but I did. And they're looking good.
Yeah, they, I think, are now 4-4, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that checks out, yeah.
And LGD are 3-5.
Yes.
Sure. I'm just trying to remember what their record was at the beginning of the series.
They were 2-4 and 3-3.
Spirit were under LGD, and now they've catapulted them. Of course, gotta just stay out of that bottom 2 that get eliminated in each group. But I'm happy to be seeing more variety. I think the panel talked about this as well. We get to see an Axe, even though it didn't win. And even though we are seeing Morphling, it lost. So got to be happy about that in general. Maybe we won't be seeing that hero any further.
I think we'll still see Morph. I feel like both lineups had a lot of playability, but there's a lot of execution stuff I think that LGD maybe fell a little bit flat on. But yeah, I think it's more so like Team Spirit just playing incredibly clean in both these games in very many stages of the game, whether it's about like some buybacks or how they set up the map, how they help each other, Yotaro getting to continuously play in the areas he wants to play in. And yeah, I think this 2-0 is very important like early on in the group stage. It can really help elevate like both your momentum and your strategies forward.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of splits, of course, 1-1s and whatnot. And I mean, those are good because you don't fall behind, but these 2-0s, like you said, are